What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Astro. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. A beautiful day in the neighborhood. No, I'm not Mr. Rogers. What's good? What's good? What's good? Yeah, man, right there. All right. Greetings, everybody. It's your boy Astro today, coming at you with a continuation of that Ask Astro. As you know, these sort of things happen sporadically for me now. It's coming to a time where, astrology is going to take a little bit of a backseater for some past life regressions and quantum healings. For those who haven't booked their session as yet, the space is limited in your state. You should take a look. If you want to book, see what's available, you can go to astro-einstein.com. That's ASTRO-EINSTEIN.com and book your session before it gets sold out. I know that I have a few trainees that train the least, about close to maybe 80 people around in the neighborhood, around someplace in your neighborhood in the United States of America, that do past life regressions and quantum healing. I don't want to hold a spot as just for being important or just being in the spotlight. I like to share the spotlight. My son is in the 4th house, so let everybody shine. Unfortunately though, unfortunately for some people, unfortunately for myself, I guess, some of you guys want to just do your session with me, and I truly appreciate that. That speaks volumes. I know that I've trained these guys, everybody, pretty good to be able to do past life regression and quantum healing. As a matter of fact, some of them have went on to do hundreds of them, and very successful ones at that. But we're doing a different thing this year. We're not just going live. We are going to be documenting. We're doing a docu-series on past life regressions and the connections to the people that existed. Now, of course, there are going to be sessions that we can't get a calculation to. Those are the ones that go beyond any kind of documentation. Human beings and what have you, and also the ones where people end up on other planets, in other galaxies. Those ones, we won't be able to dive deep into them and figure out who those persons are. All right, but so to speak, the ones that are, plausible, the one that we could apply the information, or I should say, to the database and see if those persons actually existed. We're going to be doing that. All right. Okay. Just saying. And we're about to do a Ask Astro. Before I do the Ask Astro, I know you guys have had the question about the numerology posts I've been making. I made 2 of them, I think. And just want you guys to know, not because it's not on Google, meaning it does not exist. Sometimes we forget to understand that the people who put it on Google had to learn it first. And if they decided on put it on Google, it's there. If not, it isn't. In numerology, I learned from one of the best. Rest in peace. And, for years, I get his book. He even started to, after had his son did the same thing. I learned from his son too. So there were 1 or 2 tricks. And one thing that stood with me was the fact that every number in numerology counts. Before you break it down to your life path number, that shows you the journey to your life path. So if you are a 47 life 11 / life path, then you have to go through the 4 and the 7, combine them and doing them simultaneously in order to meet the 11. There's no way to go about it other than that. Okay? There's no other way to go about it other than that. And that's just it. And when it comes to the synastry, I know people will say, I'll add my final number and their final number, and that will tell me. That's not how it goes. You don't break it down to the bottom and then try to, add. You literally gotta add all the numbers, and the total sum of that you add to each other, and then you break it down. But you can't go through. You have a whole process, and that's why some relationships take stages. Those breakdowns are different stages in a relationship. That most of the times, it's 3 stages. 3 stages that you experience. Okay, that's why when you break it down, it goes into 3 different stages, because it is what it is. Now we're about to do some Ask Astro, right? I won't demonstrate the numerology. That'll take another time, because I see that people didn't have an opportunity to understand it completely like how they wanted to. And I'm gonna do a live on it. Just give me time. I also have to continue, and I have to do the rising signs. That's Taurus. I also have to do regular Pisces. I have to do Sagittarius again, Capricorn again, and I have Aquarius to do. So that's how it is. I got those ones to do over again. Going to go into detail. I know sometimes you want to figure out, how can this be so, excuse my French, how so it can be so fucking accurate? And that's because, like I say before, we're in the matrix. Your soul is just in your body, but it chooses every single thing about itself. Some of those things are going to be similar to each other. You may not look alike, but you're going to go through similar things. That's why I'm able to detect those things. And you can't look on any social media or even on like Google and stuff like that and find what you're receiving from those posts. They came directly from this head right here, from source to this head to you. I'm only the the person in between, the middleman. All right, but you won't find a detailed, and that's not even. I'm skipping. I could go into more, but it'll be such a long post that you guys will be like, damn, this is long. So I try to keep it short at first, and I was like, man, I don't want to just give them small stuff. I'm going to give them a big chunk so they can understand how accurate astrology is. I know some of you didn't really take astrology that serious before you started following me. Most everybody thought that they were just their sun sign. Some of you actually knew astrology a little bit and, wanted to delve deeper. And I appreciate you being along the journey. There's also, I call it independent studies. You could also join my school, my class. At the end of it all, you are going to know charts, regardless. You are going to know charts. That's just it. Okay? You're going to know your chart, charts of your friends, your children, all of your family, and anybody you come in contact with. So y'all, I'm just here just looking at this ocean, and the sea is so beautiful. This is amazing. All right, let's take a look at who's been Cash App, and I'm going to take a look. See you've been sending information. Oh, we got quite a few. We got Rain Thompson. We got Kakala. Oh, Kakala. Hey, how you doing? All right. So we're gonna go with Rain Thompson. Are you here, Rain Thompson? Let me know if you're here. come on this live and let's do the damn thing. Kakala, I got you. Send your message to my inbox and we will go from there. All right. All right. Okay. Oh, also, yeah, so let me send a link here so you guys can be able to join. I'm going to send it to my Facebook and to my YouTube. Let's take a look how I can send it to my Facebook. And then we're going to get into the questions. All right. Show that I'm live. All right. All right. This is acting up. Lord have mercy. Okay. We're going to need this to get right. It's going pretty slow. Give me a second, y'all. I don't know what's going on. The video. Okay, man. Y'all can see me, let me know. All right, give me a second, y'all. Y'all, if you see me frozen, that's because I don't know what's going on. I'm trying to get it to work. Frozen. All right. Damn.
Are you ready soon?
For dinner? All right. Okay. Damn. Let me enter the studio. I'm still live. All right. I guess I'm still here. Damn. Listen. Let me get on my Facebook. This is crazy. I'm on live. Oh, yeah. Hold on, let me get my Facebook Messenger and blog this person. All right, you Janice Taylor. We already know you. You're probably, in no disrespect, you probably like a scammer. And let me move you from my Facebook. I don't know how I need to make that. Look at my Facebook. All right, she's blocked and blocked. Because how can she? All right. So I'm back again. Let's begin. All right. Listen. So I think I got one or two persons that we have to do our. And can you come back in, Rain? The link is there. Thank you very much. Whoever person is Janice. I really, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, so the questions, we have Rain Thompson. Come back in, Rain. If you're here, please come back. Come back backstage. Let me add you to the call. Also, after that is Kakala. And Keonjay Harris is after that. All right, let's go.
Hello.
How you doing?
Good. How are you? Can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear.
Good. Hello again.
Yes. So you got your three. You got your three questions. I think you sent it to me earlier, right?
I did.
Is it the first three questions that you asked? Because is it the first three questions?
Yeah.
All right, let me look for you again.
The one in the that I sent the message.
All right. Okay, so the first question, I think I got your chart. I'm not sure if I do. I got your chart, right?
Yeah, but I gave you I got the time.
Oh,
It was 1:18 p.m.
Yeah. So let me take a look. Let me find your chart, and I'm just gonna so it's R-A-I and an A. How do you pronounce that?
Raina.
I'm sure people always mess up your name.
Yep, Rihanna. I get it all the time. Or Raina, whatever. Right. They never get it. Yeah.
Okay. Let's take a look.
Hey.
I got listen, nobody else sending me money. I'm just gonna be doing these three for now, and then when I come back, I'm gonna do a midnight Astro. I'm gonna do it in the night. So y'all just no more. If you do send money and I don't get to you, just know I'm coming back. You said 1:19 p.m. So let's go.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm just rectifying it right now. 1:19.
Thank you.
All right. Place. So you're a Gemini rising and not Pisces rising.
Yeah.
That's a big change.
Yeah. It is.
All right, that's a big change. So we're gonna pull up your chart. One of the first questions you asked is, what is my purpose and how am I supposed to go about that in this life and with career? Second question is, what are my spiritual gifts and my talents that I came in with, and am I supposed to use perfect? Did you say to use
perfect? Use perfect.
Right.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yes.
Are some of them a CN medium channeling plant and her base? We're gonna take a look at that. Also, am I supposed to move in a few years? I feel like I'm supposed to go south, like North Carolina, Tennessee, or something. So,
Yeah, it makes sense. I don't know why.
all right. So you say anything on love in the future. So you're not in a relationship.
No.
Oh, okay. What the problem is?
I mean, I was in a relationship for like 5.5 years, and we broke up like 2.5 years. So I guess just understanding what happened and just healing and evolving. So yeah.
We're gonna take a look at your chart and see how accurate that is you're talking about. I just mess with you. I believe everything you say. Most it is what it is. Sometimes that happens. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we're gonna share your chart and just make it a little smaller so I can be able to see you and the chart at the same time. All right. It's smaller so I can see everything, the comments, everything.
Okay.
All right, so back to this chart. And the first question, what is my purpose? So when you look at the chart, like your natal chart, yeah. What do you do for a living, by the way?
So right now I'm a budget analyst.
You're what?
A budget analyst.
A budget analyst. Okay.
Yeah.
And do you like what you do?
It's okay. I haven't really been doing it long, so I'm still obviously getting used to it. But it's cool,
Okay, excellent. Well, what is your passion?
So like I said in another live, I was saying that I am really deeply rooted in like spirituality, trying to understand the depths of things, trying to understand vulnerability, like the mystical, like magic, and just like just understanding the soul and how you can manifest whatever you want, like just more on a deeper level. Like I'm really obsessed with like, I guess, spirituality in a sense, and the depthness of the core and understanding yourself. Oh, and I'm obsessed with self-healing. I believe in the idea that you can heal yourself from practically anything.
All right, I want to show you how that's seen in your chart. Let's say passion.
Okay.
This thing right here is called Eros. Okay, that's Eros. And Eros, your Eros represents what you're passionate about. Okay, it shows that you're passionate about like deep stuff, psychological stuff, get probing minds and understanding the human being and how it operates, how it functions. You want the logic of it, and that's what normally Eros in Scorpio wants. And it's also in the 6th house that rules health and structure and order in daily life. I don't know if you saw my post about Gemini risings. I know after my post, people are going to be looking at Gemini risings differently now, because I spilled the tea on Gemini risings and their daily life. And the reason why you're obsessed about it is because you have Pluto conjunct Eros in Scorpio in the 6th house. So you definitely, and then you have these placements, all of these sitting in the 8th house as well. And your North Node, because we're going to answer your purpose. So your purpose right here, where's your Saturn? Your Saturn is in Aquarius in the 9th house. So your purpose in this lifetime has to definitely do with the depth of understanding, not just human beings as a whole, but people, like groups of people, individuals, and whether it be a country or just a group, ethnic background, or what have you. According to this, you're supposed to go deep into their, like, if you want to say the way they function in society. Basically, your passion is closely connected to what you're supposed to be doing for a living. I mean, what you're supposed to be doing for your purpose. That's definitely connected to it. Okay, so right here it shows that you're in the 8th house, which rules sex, death, regeneration, transformation, also esoteric information. It rules bills and taxes And you got quite a few. You got one that deals with, money. You said investment, but it shows that you're supposed to start a business that helps people with investment. All right, that's one of the things that's one of your purpose there. The other one is to have in-depth knowledge about groups of people, especially when it comes to their spirituality, their understanding. So you being passionate about studying the soul is very much aligned with your purpose as well. As a matter of fact, because your Bacchus is there, this is showing that you're going to be a little obsessed with it, or because this Bacchus represents it represents, if you take a look, I don't know if you can see on the screen, it normally represents excess, addictions, sort of being daily routine. So you're basically very, very obsessed with the structure and order of human beings, the way they exist, and also philosophy and spirituality. So studying the soul and studying the depth of the soul is very, very important for you, and it's actually a purpose. All right. So you should continue that, but also make it into a business, not necessarily just doing it just for your fun.
Right.
You understand?
Yeah, I guess I'm still trying to, figure out how that's gonna navigate in my life because I'm not sure. I felt like that was probably my purpose in regards to why I felt like the universe is, I think, calling me to move in the future. I feel like that has something to do with that. But.
Okay. All right. So, if you want to, you already know you're gonna get a soul report. But if you want to, we can transfer that into a natal chart reading, and I could go into depth with you on your, in private. All right, cool. The second question: what are my spiritual gifts and my talents, and that I came in with, and am I supposed to use or perfect? You realize that you put three questions, two questions in one question. You were jam packing them. This is about.
I know. I just go overboard. I just got all these questions, and I'm just like, get it all in.
We'll stick with the spiritual gifts, the talents that you came here to use and perfect. Okay. We definitely will. We definitely would do that. Now, according to your chart, based upon what I'm looking at, one of your gifts is communication. That's definitely connected to your Gemini rising, but also your Mars in the first house makes you a person that's very logical, very direct with your communication. Your second gift that I see is you have the gift of healing. And what that healing is helping people to heal their own family issues. All right. Which means that you just even have to just exist and just treat your children and your family like how you normally do. And it literally causes people to shift and change how they treat their children and their family. So that's a gift that is an indirect gift that you have that you don't even know, that you probably do and don't even know you affect people like that. Or maybe you do, Your Jupiter's in Leo is in the third house. That's basically about communication. But with Jupiter being in the third house in Leo, it means that you can be an inspirational speaker. That's one of your gifts, is being able to speak to people in a way that inspires them and to help them to go on their path. All right. And because your sun, which is a rule of Leo, is in the ninth house, your gift is to speak to people or inspire them spiritually. So that's.
Wait, did you say sun being Leo?
Yeah, your Jupiter is in Leo.
Oh, okay.
And your sun, which is the rule of Leo, is in the sign of Aquarius.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Another gift that you have, based upon this, is diplomacy, being able to see both sides, and that's due to the fact that you have Libra sitting on your fifth house, which of natural talents. Another gift you have is the gift of, how should I put it, intensity, especially when it comes to work. You become obsessed with a particular thing to the point where you get it done. All right. You also have the gift of teaching. Your moon is in Sagittarius, sitting in the seventh house, so you know how to approach subjects very easily. All right, and be able to so you're a teacher naturally. Another gift that you have is North Node in Capricorn, South Node in Cancer, and you have the gift of manifestation. All right, it's a gift that you have based upon the fact that your South Node is sitting in the second house, and your Moon is a Sagittarius. It rules Cancer, and in the seventh house. Not only that, it's widely conjunct Dark Moon Lilith, which means that you're magical, and that's one of the gifts that you have. Your Moon is
Well, what does
conjunct.
that mean? Like to be magical? What does that exactly does that mean?
It means that you're a witch.
Okay.
And you can take it in a negative way or a positive way, but that's a positive thing. All right. You have the gift of astral projection, meaning that you can travel during night and during sleep. You have Neptune, sitting in your 8th house of depth, and it's conjunct Uranus, so it happens sporadically. So you're not aware that you're doing it, but it happens. And then you have the gift of intelligence, and also the gift of dreams. But your Saturn is sitting there, which causes you to be a little bit more rational with your dreams. I would say before going to bed at night, if you want to understand what you're experiencing or you're dreaming, say to yourself that you're going to remember your dream, and you're going to remember that you astral travel. Your Venus is in Pisces, and it's in the 10th house. You have a secret gift of music. Also, like I said, believe it or not.
Yeah.
Venus is well, we'll take a look and see what the Venus is saying. All right. And well, it's square Moon. Let's take a look. If it's square Mars, 6 out. Okay. So we take that back. We take that back, sugar. But because even though your Venus is exalted, by a sign, it's square to, Mars and square to Moon, and that's sort of hard. You probably don't feel as if you are musical. All right.
No. No.
Yeah. Y'all are those type who sound pretty good, or probably can get into music. And when somebody tell you sound good, or you're pretty talented, you're the one to say, thank you. I don't, it's because you're not really confident in certain areas, and that's one of the areas that you're not. Your last question is, what I know is that, so like I said, you asked the question, are you a seer? Are you a medium? You have those gifts. You're intuitive. Anybody that has Venus and Pisces, or have placements of the Sun and Mercury sitting in the 11th and the 9th house, you are a seer. You're able to prophesy, to give information. You're intuitive. Almost every Aquarius Sun or Mercury in Aquarius are intuitive. They have the good ability to know information without knowing how they know it. Okay, you asked about herbs and stuff like that, and your South Node in Cancer, and its conjunct your Chiron shows that in the second house, because the second house rules food, and then the Cancer rules like nurturing. So you can nurture through food, and that can be through herbs, because the second house also rules like agriculture. So yeah.
Because I definitely was wondering if, I'm with starting a business, if one day I'm supposed to be working with herbs and plants and things like that.
Yeah.
So.
Well, your natal chart, it shows it. That is possible for sure. You have your So your third question: am I supposed to move to in a few years? I feel like it's supposed to go south, like North Carolina, Tennessee, or something. And that has to do with your progress chart. So we can take a look at the progress chart, and let's take a look. All right, your progress chart. You are now a Cancer rising. Wait. How much kids you got?
I have no kids. Never been married. No kids. None of that.
Married, no kids. Let's take a look. Where's your Juno? Oh, I see why. Okay. All right. What's the reason why you don't have any kids?
Because I don't practice, and then also I'm not with anybody or anything like that. So
you say you're not pregnant, or you never got pregnant?
I can't. No, I don't practice. Meaning I'm not having sex, and I'm also don't have anybody. Like I'm not dating anybody. So yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. And you've been single for how long?
2.5 years.
Oh, that's a long time. You've been celibate for 2.5 years.
Wait a minute.
You know, it happens sometimes. I remember when I was celibate about for 2 years. I know how it
Yeah, so like
feels.
yeah, yeah, last relationship 2.5 celibate. I guess you could say a year and a half celibate, a year and a half.
All right. Um, so moving in a few years, let's take a look. And normally I take a look at the ruler of the fourth house and see what it's doing. And Libra, traditionally is ruled by Venus, like they say. However, I teach in my school that that Juno is right here rules the sign of Libra, and your Juno is conjunct Neptune and conjunct your descendant. Your North Node is conjunct your descendant too. And what I'm seeing here is that the movement probably will take place when you meet your partner, your mate. Or if you do move, you are going to meet a partner or mate. There is no in between, and that's because of the same. With that, Juno operates a little bit just similar to like a good version of Dark Moon Lilith. It's sort of faded, it's sort of like it's an intense sort of thing. That's why when there was a Juno conjunct ascendant, there's sort of a feeling that this person's supposed to be your husband or wife, and your Juno is to conjunct your descendant. And what I see is that it's going to be a move. If you do decide on moving on your own, you're going to find a partner. If not, if you stay there, your partner that you're going to be meeting is going to have you to move. Now, you said
Okay.
about Tennessee. Say that again?
I said okay, so it can go either way. So I move, I might meet that person, or if I'm here, he'll just probably make me move. Essentially.
Yes. Basically, you're going to move. It's sort of faded, even if you try to just like stay there and be like, yeah, I'm gonna just stay, then you're gonna meet a guy and you're gonna be like, yeah, but listen, we established I'm moving down this way, let's go, we got to do this. You're gonna be like, let's go. Now, looking at your chart, you have Uranus and Neptune conjunct your Juno, and this is, even if you meet that guy, I just want you to know that there's a strong possibility that he won't be strictly monogamous.
Okay.
And I'm not saying that projecting. I'm saying that because your Juno is conjunct Neptune.
Okay.
And that's a strong thing, especially in the 7th house. Okay? And it's in Capricorn. Capricorn is ruled by Saturn. And your Saturn is in Aquarius. And Aquarius is ruled by Uranus. So it's conjunct these two planets, the rule of the 8th and the rule of the 7th, the conjunct. And what I see is that it may not be as ideal as you think it, like a monogamous relationship. It's going to be non-traditional, and it's going to be some boundaries that you probably were not used to being so open. But that's what I see here based upon this. And I'm going to answer your question about your fourth question, even though it's, I'm not supposed to. Yeah, you're supposed to start it. You have your 10th house. All right. Your MC is in Aries, and so is your Venus, and so is your Mercury in the 10th house of business. And Aries rules, believe it or not, it rules entrepreneurship in the 10th house. And Aries rules fitness, being aggressive, being fit. Your MC is conjunct Mercury, and your Venus is there in the 10th house. So I'd say go in and start it. What's stopping you?
Oh, okay. Oh, wait, I thought my third question was where I was moving.
Say what?
I thought my third question was where I was moving, North Carolina or down south. Oh, it wasn't? I thought that's what it was. Okay.
That's a choice of yours. That's a small free will that you have. We have that free will to move where we want to move. So that would be like you're asking me a question like, I think you want to know, would it be best?
Yeah, like
Yeah, that's
it's
the.
because I get a sense that was like North Carolina, but okay.
So because of the time of this chart, this reading, I won't be
Yeah.
able to do that. We'll do
Okay.
that in the private reading. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you. I
Thank you.
appreciate it. Thank
No
you. Have a good
problem. No
one.
problem. All right. Bye. All right, y'all. Sorry about that. That was pretty long, but it's all right. All right, Kakala, let's go, sugar. I see you was in the message, so come on, join the live. It's You can join the live. All right, Kakala. Or I'm gonna just have to call you here. All right, you here? Well, there's a link you can join. I sent it on the Facebook. All right, let's go. The link, I will post the link inside I posted a link in the Facebook. So if you see it, it's in the chat. You can't miss it. It's right there. Keisha, can you post it in the Facebook again, please, so she can get it? And your date of birth. While you're doing that, I'm gonna look at your stuff. We're gonna put up a chart, and we're gonna look at your shit. There seemed to be like, I don't know. This is your first time doing an Ask Astro, so we don't get to that. Kakala, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. I don't want to, mess up your name. Because I tend to do that sometimes, to mess people's name up. The 28th of January, February, March. It's March 1983. And you're born at 6:52 p.m. a.m. And you're born Cordell, Georgia. And I hope my students, I hope y'all following. I hope y'all on this live. Y'all get to see charts and understand them a little better. All right, so I'm gonna call you on this. I'm gonna call you on this, and we're gonna see. Okay. Hello. Hey, what's good? You gotta update your phone probably, but it's on my. Repeat that for me. Huh? Oh, I don't know why you can't. People come on all the time. I don't know what's going on with your phone. But your first question, I think, is, what is my purpose in this lifetime? The second one is marriage an option with my partner I am with now? Who are my spiritual guiders? All right. Guys, I think that's what you meant. You're in a relationship now? Is the dude in the car now? You ain't trying to get me shot, eh? So listen, I had somebody who went to start to get a set, who came on and somebody did an Ask Astro with me, right? And I said some stuff, and in my Instagram, dude was posted up in my Instagram, hey, yo, I want to talk to you about a session you did the other day. When I looked at his pictures, wait, listen, when I looked at his pictures, dude was holding two guns like this, like he from the Black Panther. You see what I'm saying? And I'm like, you know, the other one he's posing, shooting it. The other one he have it like this, going like this. I'm like, look, I ain't never did a session. I don't care what she say. Whoever you saw was not this dude right here, okay? Not him. Anyway, to answer your question, all right, what is my purpose in this lifetime? Your North Node is sitting in Gemini, and it's in the third house. And in the third house, take a look at your Mercury, and your Mercury is in Aries. All right, you're supposed to be telling a story. One of your things that you're supposed to be doing is you're supposed to be either writing about yourself or documenting about yourself, your story, your experiences, whatever you've been through. You're supposed to write about it, communicate about it. This is something that you're supposed to write about your struggles and how to get over them. I say that because your Mercury is also conjunct your Sun and conjunct your Ascendant, and it's conjunct your Vesta, which means this is a sacred work for you. You may think that small things that you go through or what you've done may just be minuscule to other people, but according to this, that's one of your purposes. All right. All right. Is marriage an option with my partner? How long y'all been together? Y'all been together 5 years. I'm asking the question, why are you asking this if y'all been together 5 years? And it's not really your choice to be married, is it? Isn't it the man's on?
It's my choice. He's been there for, I think that makes him
Did he propose to you already? So how is it your choice if he didn't propose yet?
It's my choice that
Oh, that's what you mean. Okay, I feel what you're saying. I got you. As an Aries rising, you have Libra sitting on your 7th house, and you got Pluto there. And your Pluto is actually conjunct Saturn in a different house. And what I say is this. I will duck it, because even though you love the man, your relationship is karmic. Your long term, if you get married, that man who's marrying, whoever's marrying you, is you're karmic. You have some toxic shit to get out. All right, I know it's from past life because Libra is ruled by Juno, and your Juno is in the 12th house of Pisces. You can't duck it. He been your husband. He can't duck it. You can't duck it. All right. Karmic means that you guys had previous lifetimes together, and it probably didn't end well like you thought. I know it sounds crazy because sometimes karma takes a long time to manifest. All right. So should you get married to this person? I'd say yes. Your moon is in Libra. You don't really, even though you could be alone, you don't like being alone. Most moon and Libra people normally feel better emotionally when they're in a relationship or marriage. And if I was you, I'd say yes. I don't see why you shouldn't. Last question. Who are my spiritual guides? Your spiritual guide or spirit guide you have not met in this lifetime, but this is somebody who you also loved in a previous lifetime. That doesn't mean that this is a person who died as your family member. One of your spirit guides is one of your past life husband or wife. You know who that is? Okay. I did. I told you what your purpose is. I said that you're supposed to communicate. Yeah, don't take that lightly.
That can also mean I can think about it.
Right. So what do you said? What you said again? You can speak about it. You can direct. And once you start writing about something, speaking about something, you go eventually write about it. And you speaking about it, basically the same. Writing about it, speaking about it. Yeah. So if you're gonna do it, do it. That's what your purpose is, to speak what you've been through, your challenges. All right. Thank you for choosing me in this lifetime to help you. All right. All right, y'all. We got room for. Damn, people are sending me cash out. We got Keonjay Harris. If you're here, Keonjay Harris, let me know. Okay. Let me know, Keonjay Harris. If you're here, let me know. I don't see you. Oh, you said yes, I'm waiting. All right. Yeah, I need you to message, and so you're okay. So you're watching. All right, cool. Let me put your information. This is probably the last one I do. If you send your cash out, just know that I'll be doing it later on tonight. Okay. Keandra, your question is, Keandra Harris, will I ever be married happy and secure? Let me see if I can find your chart. I'm gonna do yours real quick. I don't want to just rush yours, so let's try to get it out. Keonji. I don't know. Did I ever do your chart before? Let's take a look. Nope. So let me put your chart on real quick. Keonji. Haris. Your date of birth is the 25th of October, 1979. Oh, okay. Keonji. All right. And your time of birth is 1:01 a.m. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I did you. Okay, I have to take a look at that again. My bad. 1:01 a.m. 1:01 a.m. What the hell am I doing? All right. And you were born in Washington, D.C. Let's look at it. Let's go. All right. I wish you guys would come on my live. Y'all be so scared. All right. I'm going to call you and we're going to talk. All right. Because we want to hear your voice, Keonji.
Yes, we do hear my voice. Hello.
Hey, what's good? Why I can't see you? Let me see your face.
Oh. What's good? Well, I can't see you. Let me see your face. I don't feel like face chatting.
Okay, okay. No problem. I understand. Y'all women are so, when it comes to those things, y'all are so iffy. I don't feel like doing it. That's okay, cool. You asked the question, will I ever get married? Let's take a look. I'm gonna put up your chart right now. So, you've never been married before?
Yeah, but we just voice chatted. I don't even think you had the video on, or I didn't. We just chatted like on the screen.
Okay, no problem. We could just, because you don't feel like video chatting anyway, so you can just listen to my voice then. All right.
Okay.
All right. So you said you've never been married before, or you have been married before?
Not been married.
Say it again.
I have not been married.
Okay. All right. And your will I ever be married? Let's take a look at the rule of your seventh house. Now you're a Leo rising, right? Right. So Leo rising has Aquarius sitting on the seventh house. And we have to take a look at what your Uranus is doing. And your Uranus is conjunct Venus, but it's in Scorpio. And it's conjunct Astro. When you look at Astro, it represents blocked closure, staying to the end, or sometimes the bitter end, believing that it ain't over till it's over. And most of the times, when Astro is conjunct the ruler of the fourth house, you normally stay in relationships longer than you should, even after it's probably gone, according to Astro, that is. Will you be happily married and secured? Most of us Leo risings, we marry and we end up divorced within 5 to 7 years and end up remarrying again. And that also either ending up in divorce if it's not taken seriously. So, I mean, will you be married? That's totally up to you. That's a free will. Are you in a relationship now?
No.
Oh, well, you got to start with there first. But I see here that you need your freedom because you got your moon and Sagittarius conjunct your Neptune, and then you got your Venus conjunct your Uranus. You need freedom. The crazy part about it is you're also possessive and jealous, but you still need your own freedom. That's I know it's true. And that's a recipe for disaster. But
I mean, I feel like Scorpios go through level, and I am pretty mature, right? So I mean, I feel like a lot of things would depend on my heart.
So let's take a look at the seat. Are you saying you're not in a relationship now, correct? Okay, so let's take a look at your progress chart because I want to make sure that I'm giving you the right and accurate analysis. And let's take a look and see if anything has changed. It probably is. You now are a Virgo rising, and in your seventh house, you have Pisces there, and it's in the south node, and it's conjunct your Eros, which means you're passionate about your idealistic view of your marriage, which means that you have this image or your thought of how you want this person to be, and this may be a made-up person in your mind, and you may use that idealism to scare people away from who you need to be with. Does it make sense what I'm saying to you?
No.
Okay. Well,
I think anyone like an ideal thought of like they're made, but I don't think like I'm running with that thought.
Okay, so you're saying that you release it sometimes, or you don't think about it?
Because I don't have I'm not set on my individual lover could be anyone. Like I don't have like a specific, just that they're a stable, well-meaning, capable person.
Okay, all right. I'm taking a look to make sure that how accurate it is for me, and I can be. I yield back because the ruler of your seventh house is sitting in the sign of Sagittarius, which rules freedom, openness. So yeah, there's a possibility of that you being correct about that. So I yield back that statement because it's literally showing here. All right, being married, rule in the seventh house is conjunct your IC, conjunct your sun. There's a possibility of you being married. It's actually up to you. This has nothing to do with anybody else, or if you can't attract partner. This is basically up to you. Your Juno is in Cancer, and Cancer is ruled by the moon, and your moon is in Leo in the 12th house, and that means that the only thing that probably will stop you from getting married or staying with a person longer is your pride, or possibly your how should I put this? Your imagery, what you want out of that person. Okay.
Right. I understand.
Right. So that's the only thing that's stopping you. There's nothing else. Second question, I got two more for you. One more for you after this. In regard to my financial security future, which way will I become financially secure or stable? I.e. inheritance, day trading, W2 employment. Now, answer your question. Your north node is in the same house as mine. So basically, you're almost born. You're born a little older. You're just a couple days older than me. And the way for your future to be really successful financially is through work. You have to provide a service. As a Leo rising, we can't really make a lot of money unless we're providing a service for somebody. Okay, so even with inheritance, which we do receive as a Leo rising, sometimes especially as a sun and Scorpio, which you possibly will receive, the only way to be rich is through your work and through you putting yourself out there. Chiron, which is the ruler of Virgo, is in your 10th house, which means that in order for you to be rich, one must be put himself out there. And according to your chart, one of the things that you're supposed to be is famous. Not famous, but socially famous. If you get where I'm coming from?
I do.
Right. So that's one of the things. Once you put yourself more out there as a professional, as a solid, consistent person, because your ruler of your second house is in Taurus, which rules solid consistency, and put it as a business, because the 10th house rules business, and you have Vesta, which represents conjunct that, which represents sacred work, you are going to be financially stable. All right? All right. Last question. Oh, no, sorry. In regards to my grandson, will there ever come a time when he will live with me in my care? Oh, you're such a sweetie pie. All right, so grandkids, your grandchildren are represented right here, right across from your, I would say, is in your 10th house. And you got Chiron there, you got Vesta there as your child. I would say, let's look at your progress chart real quick. All right. Where's your Mercury? Conjunct Uranus. Which your 4th house is your Sun and Neptune in it. Where's your Jupiter? 12th house. I got to take a look at this with sense, because Ceres, where's your Ceres?
I have a bonus question. Don't let this wreck your brain. I have a bonus question. It's probably way easier than this one.
All right, okay. The bonus question is a question you can answer instead of that in the first 3 is your choice. Surprise me with any 3 questions. What are my arrival gifts for spirit source on my birth born day? All right. As a Leo rising, you basically, and you're born a few days, you basically, some of your stuff mirror my gifts, so to speak. Your moon is in Sagittarius, like myself, is in the 5th house. It's conjunct moon and Neptune, which makes you psychic. You are highly intuitive. As a matter of fact, you have the gift of dreams, the gift of visions, the gift of prophecy. And that's a way that you actually can nurture people, because your Ceres is sitting in the 9th house. You have the gift of influence, and that's because Vesta is in Taurus and is sitting in the 10th house. And that, especially with your MC being in Taurus, it means that you have the gift of influence, of magnetism. I say that because your Venus, which is the ruler of Taurus, is in Scorpio and it's conjunct Uranus. And that's, you have the gift of influence. That's one of the things that you need to use very, very strongly, something that you have. Another thing you have the gift, coming right now, the gift of discernment. You have the gift of being able to know when somebody's lying to you easily. You have the gift of intense, I should say, knowledge. So you basically have the gift of knowledge. You have the gift of healing. Your Jupiter is in Virgo, in the 2nd house. You have the gift of entrepreneurship. Okay, that's another gift you have. You have the gift of loyalty, and that's a gift, believe it or not. You have the gift of being direct and straightforward, the gift of leadership. You got a lot of gifts. It's basically mirror minds, so to speak. You have the gift of astral projection. You also have the gift of what's the word I want to use? Retrocognition. That's another gift of yours as well. You're a medium, you're psychic. There's a lot of different gifts that you probably were born with. I know for a fact. All right. All right. Well, I want to thank you for choosing me. And if you want a detailed reading, you know how to find me, my inbox, and I'll just set a date and time. All right.
Yes, thank you.
All right. Thank you. All right, y'all. That's my last Ask Astro. Until 12 o'clock. I will chat with you guys later. Hope you enjoy the rest of your afternoon.